It feels good to be back here again to talk about sports with you. Good morning, beautiful Lagos City and beyond. Welcome to another edition of its kind. This is the Sport Ride. I am Kizzy K. We'll start the show this morning from the local news, MPFL to be exact. The kickoff date, feel like we should be celebrating this one. My friend said to me, hope it won't be postponed this time around. But let's talk about it now. The 23-24 Nigerian Premier Football League will kick off on Saturday, September 30th. The MPFL board is already notified the club with the kickoff date. The start of the new season has been postponed twice, and all 20 participating clubs will receive 10 million naira as take-off grants. 8 matches were played in the opening week of the campaign. 2 matches involving Bendel Insurance and Rivers United have been postponed due to continental engagement. Moving on, Enyimba won the title for a record 9 times last season. And the match days features are as follows right now. Bayelsa United against Aqua United, Shooting Stars against Plateau United, Abia Warriors will take on Niger Tornadoes, Enyimba Football Club will play against Bendel Insurance of Benin, Rivers United, Remo Stars, and then Castina United against Kwara United. And that's the way it is talking about the Nigerian Premier League. Moving on as well, Sunshine against Kano Pillars, Heartland Lobby Stars, Sporting Lagos, Gombe United, Rangers United against Doma United for the Nigerian Premier Football League. I would want to celebrate them. We saw the abridged format last season. How good was it? We'll pray for a better one. Don't forget the grant is still there. And if you happen to win this time around, the team will be going home with 150 million naira. Last season, we got 100 million naira, which Enyimba won. And we have to hope to know the team that gets it right this time around. Moving away from that, let's talk about golf. Europe's remarkable 30-year home unbeaten Ryder Cup run is often attributed to its intangibles of atmosphere and team spirit. And Tom Fleetwood says he hopes Rome this weekend will provide another healthy dose of both the exhilaration of Paris 2018. Fleetwood was, he said he had a dream about this and also making a debut, winning 4 out of 4 doubles matches and hardly noticing his single defeat as Europe surged back the claim in a crushing 17-1, 10-12, and that's the point for the victory for this man. Now, also chilled on this course. If he looked and played, it just would have been very good one to say about this man and the world of golf. And we have to wait to know what comes to play. He's really making wave at the point now. But away from that, let's talk about football now. One thing is certain, we'll talk about Osimhen, but let's keep that pending for now. And moving to the Bavarian European champions, or European giant, better what to call them, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, and Real Madrid have all indicated that they want to get assigned Chelsea's captain with James next transfer window. James has several injuries issues while at Stamford Bridge. He missed a huge chunk of the 22-23 season as he played only 16 Premier League games last season. He also missed the 22 FIFA World Cup in Qatar as a result of the instance down injury. Now the 23-year-old has been he's been out for majority of the 23-24 campaign due to a hamstring injury. Real Madrid view the defensive stalwart as one of the options for their right back position in their defensive department. Now, despite Kyle Walker signing a new contract at Manchester City, the Pep Guardiola side are also keen on signing the James, recruiting him to the squad next transfer window, and hope to see how that pans out. So Bayern Munich also have reached the point to say they want to sign James, and James was the key factor during Chelsea game. While Thomas Tuchel was at the club. Now the German international is keen on reuniting with his team player, who happens to be a very good player and the skipper of Chelsea, and his name is Reece James. Now, another story that will be making wave on social media platform and everywhere is one man who everybody knows the vision was so high last season, and the question now is, should Victor Osimhen have left the club? Should he have followed suit with, Luciano Spalletti, who said, I'm going on sabbatical leave? He scored a whole lot of goals last season for the Napoli side, the patch in the pie, and everybody knows Osimhen is a great player. But now, let's say this now. Napoli President Aurelio De Laurentiis has been placed under investigation as a prosecutor in Italy, once again being the search site in the light of the deal that took Osimhen to Napoli 3 years ago. Osimhen linked up with the current Serie A champions from League One club Lille in a well-celebrated move in the summer of 2020. The Nigerian international was officially sold to Napoli for 70 million euro plus 10 million euro in bonuses, but 20 million euro of that was made up to sign 4 players for the club. These were veteran goalkeeper Aurelius Canesi and 3 youth team players, Luigi Longo, Claudio Amanzi, and Ciro Palmieri. According to several sources in Italy, including reports saying this, Victor Osimhen is the man everybody's talking about right now. And the deal, I don't want to be quick to say the deal is a wrong deal, but according to several sources in Italy, including reports in Rome, prosecutor has put up De Laurentiis under investigation at the moment right now, and for alleged false accounting. Italy Financial Police Guardia di Finanza has reportedly gathered documents concerning the deal. It will be recalled that Napoli were cleared of allegations in a Sporting trial concerning the inflated capital gains in April 2022. Now, Victor Osimhen spent just one season at Lille before moving to Napoli. The 24-year-old scored 13 goals in 27 league appearances for Les Doggers and was crowned the club player of the season. And that's for Victor Osimhen. All right, now, so let's talk about Osimhen, what's really going on right now about Victor. We did see a post on Tuesday. I recall when Osimhen missed a penalty in Bologna away from home, and that was a very bad one. He was substituted in the 86th minute, and Osimhen got off, and he wasn't happy with Rudi Garcia for the fact that he said, okay, leave the game. Now, Osimhen's opinion is the fact that we want to get more goals, you need to keep me. And the game ended in a 0-0. Now, it's not enough for us to see a post on Napoli TikTok page stating Osimhen, that's like a clown, making mockery of him missing the penalty, and the penalty with the voice as well. It felt like he was dragging the penalty, he wants to play it, and he got to play the ball off target. And right now, Victor Osimhen agent, talking about Roberto Calenda, he's not happy with it. He's trying to take a legal action over Napoli for what they did. And although the posts have been deleted, but is it enough to see this? I don't know, sounds like a racist, or racist in better word, to see Victor Osimhen being shaded in such a shambolic manner. It doesn't feel cool for us to say to talk about this kind of stuff. Victor Osimhen on his own mentally right now, according to the manager or the agent, saying he just might be suffering through a lot of stuff right now. We know about the goal drought, and Napoli is not doing it so right. Now, it feels like a true investigation case. The move from Lille to Napoli for the money, 70 million euro, that's aside. Now, from Victor Osimhen's perspective, the ovations were high last season. Al Hilal came for 200 million pounds. I mean, this season just concluded the transfer window, and it was a no for Osimhen. We want to see Osimhen play good football. It wasn't like a one-season wonder. He's yet to prove people right by staying back this season. But with this issue on ground right now, for a club side to make mockery of their star man, who literally gave them the Scudetto after 33 years, and the last time they did win it was when, blessed memory of that man, Armando Diego Maradona, was still alive. But now, it's so bound to talk about this, and I would give you more update about this Osimhen issue, but let's move on the show. Where Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold returned to training on Monday. The Merseyside club assistant manager Pep Lijnders said on Tuesday ahead of the League Cup third-round match against Leicester City. Alexander-Arnold, who is injured his hamstring in the past game in the 3-0 Premier League win over Aston Villa earlier this month, also missed England's Euro 2024 qualifying game against Ukraine, and at the moment he's still out, but the friendly against Scotland also missed that. But Lijnders is also providing an update on midfield Thiago Alcantara, who underwent the surgery, and that's for the hip, and his quality is still being needed in Liverpool. He's still not back in training, but he's healing gradually. Now, time will tell how it goes. On Wednesday, Liverpool face on Leicester City, whose bid to earn promotion back to the top flight has gotten on to strong start with our 2016 Premier League winners top the second-tier championship standing after winning 7 of their opening games in that side. Don't forget about Leicester City. The man keeping it cool there, his name is Maresca, and that's a former, a manager that works with, Pep Guardiola. But wrapping up the show, still on the show, let's talk about Saka, who has joined Arsenal growing injury list after Mikel Arteta's revealed that the England forward is struggling with a foot problem. Arteta limped off, in the closing stages on the Sunday game. Talk about Saka limping off in that game in a 2-2 draw right there at North London derby. And the 22-year-old also will definitely miss Arsenal League Cup tie, at Brentford today. Happened to be a Wednesday and could also be sidelined for Saturday's Premier League game against Bournemouth. If Saka is unable to feature this weekend, it will end his record club side on a run of 86 consecutive Premier League appearances. Asked if he could miss the Bournemouth game, Arteta said, "It is a possibility, yes." Saka is the latest Arsenal star to catch the injury after England midfielder Declan Rice was replaced at halftime against Tottenham with a back issue. Brazil forward Gabriel Martinelli and Belgian international player Leandro Trossard missed the derby through injury, with Jurriën Timber and Thomas Partey also sidelined for a long-term fitness problem. And losing Saka, who has 4 goals and 4 assists in the first 8 games of the season, for a sustained period of time would be especially painful blow for Arteta. I feel sorry for them. Arteta once again highlighted the amount of football being played as a potential explanation for so many injuries. Can Arsenal play without this guy? That's the problem. Bukayo Saka, over time, he has played almost every wing on the team, and his injury is a blow for Arsenal. Take it or leave it. I know they've got wonderful players on the bench. The squad depth is massive. But who want to drive to the other side? Reece Nelson want to play every game. He's still hungry. Urgency spirit is still in him. Leandro Trossard replacing Gary Martinelli. But right now, some players will return. But for Saka, it's a blow for, Arsenal. Let's go on to the next story where Jadon Sancho about United has been banned from all 4 team facilities at Man United, including the team dining room following this feud with manager Erik ten Hag. Sancho has been training with United Academy players since accusing Erik ten Hag of lying over the reason for his omission from the squad in the 3-1 defeat to Arsenal on September 3rd. Now, ten Hag's side really looked to be struggling. They got the results yesterday, and the manager has come to say that Sancho has been left out of the squad for poor training performances. Sancho took to social media to contradict his manager in a direct challenge to the authority. Ten Hag responded by exiling Sancho from training. The 23-year-old now, the winger, has been banned from using all 4 team facilities at United training base. That includes the state-of-the-art dining facility used for the 4 team stars, with Sancho forced to eat alongside academy players following a spectacular fallout with manager Erik ten Hag. Sancho is said to be unhappy at the moment from being out of the team. He has been forbidden from accessing all 4 team areas, but is refusing to apologize to Ten Hag despite having deleted the controversial social media post. United sources have admitted that the situation between Sancho and Ten Hag has reached an impasse with no way back for the player until he decides to apologize to his boss. Sancho is also understood to have been late for training on several occasions, according to club sources, with the player inflammatory social media post proving the last straw for manager Ten Hag. Let's talk about Sancho a little bit. I did see a post that says, was it Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Fabian, Mason Mount, all of those guys advising the young player. I keep saying it all the time. Football is intellect. Football is discipline. On the radio show, I had a guy who called from the Netherlands, and he said something that I know about the Netherlands guys, the Holland guys, the Dutch, the Orange, whichever way would do. I know how these guys see discipline. I know about Clemens Westerhoff, the 4th manager that took us to the World Cup. My manager while I was with Quara Football Academy currently at that point, he said a whole lot of talk about discipline. And manager Ten Hag is not even laughing either about the story. If Sancho does not apologize, he would not play again. And we just might see Sancho not playing anymore for the club. Maybe he leaves in January, but time will tell. Now let's talk about the best team in the Champions League record. Carlo Ancelotti side. The manager himself, Carlo Ancelotti, said it's normal to face criticism as coach of Spanish Liga giant Real Madrid. Madrid started the La Liga season in fantastic form, winning all their first 5 games. However, they lost 3-1 to Atletico Madrid on Sunday right there at Civitas Metropolitano Stadium. Alvaro Morata got a brace in the encounter while Griezmann netted once. Toni Kroos scored the only goal for Ancelotti's side. Speaking in the pre-match conference ahead of the midweek clash with La Palmas, Ancelotti maintained criticism does not affect him. Madrid are currently third on the La Liga table with 15 points after 6 matches in the division. Those Black Calls the White have won the La Liga title on a total of 35 occasions. Now La Palmas are currently 15th in the La Liga standing with 5 points after 6 games. They have won La Liga, but they were runner-up in. They have never won in the Liga. Sorry, I beg your pardon. But they've been runner-up in the 1968, 1969 edition, and that's for Real Madrid. He said, "Put the blame on me, not the Akon star." Let's go on the show, wrapping up now. Man United kept the critics at bay as they cruised into the League Cup 4th round in a 3-0 win against Crystal Palace on Tuesday. United boss Ten Hag and his players have been on the fire after the disappointing start of the season, but following Saturday's narrow Premier League victory at Burnley, they secured a second successive win to ease the pressure at least a little. Now Alejandro Garnacho put them ahead in the first half, and Casemiro doubled the lead before the interval, with Anthony Martial still on the victory after the break. Having lost 3 of their last 5 league games and several damage have been made on the club, the title hopes remain high. Ten Hag was under mountain scrutiny under the last 4 days, offered that ray of hope. United will look to extend their winning way when Palace return to Old Trafford in the league, and that comes to be Saturday. They did win the game, and it was the first time we saw players getting results, the likes of Mason Mount getting his first assist for the club. But I'm happy the player like Sofiane Amrabat got a start this time around. Dalot, all of these guys were so cool. But Casemiro, one guy I want to talk about, his goal is always on point. He scores with the head, defensive midfielder at the time, and the day. He has been so integral part of the club. And I would say this is a great sign. Watch the corner game from Mason Mount. Watch that Casemiro. That he goes literally goes to the head. And if you see that head, you would understand the header is a very hard one. Anthony Martial also got a score, and that's a good one for the French international player who is still trying to find us back way to the national side. Talk about United first team lineup. But all of the story comes your way. Hopefully, when I return, come tomorrow for another exciting topic, sports shows of its kind. It will be so nice. So you need to know all of this we'll talk about. I'll give you the story again about Badosa and also Tsitsipas in the world of tennis. My name is Kizzy K. This is Voice of the People TV. Don't go anywhere. More interesting programs coming your way. But I'll say bye-bye for now. If you're not doing it right, then you were definitely doing it wrong. My name is Kizzy K. Safe. Peace out.